Yo, what's going on everyone? This is AZN here. Today you guys are watching another figure review, and this time it is on the Jada Toys Ken from Street Fighter. So without wasting too much time, let's get right into the box. The box pretty much have what you expect from this line so far. It has your signature arcade style that Jada is known for when it comes down to these figures. We got like the buttons, the health bars, the full window of the figure. The bottom we got the profile of Ken, and on this side we got like illustrations of other characters like Ryu, Kami, which is about to get released this year I believe. We got Fei Long and Ryu, who already got a figure of course, and on the other side we got like other characters that potentially might get futures release, like M. Bison, T-Hawk I believe, Vega, and in the back we got the Ken figure itself. And the bottom, like what I already said, just a whole bunch of character rosters of figures that we're gonna get that they're already working on, or they might end up announcing like later this year or next year. And the bottom, not so much. So that's pretty much it about the box. For accessories, he comes with his fireball, which is like this red type of color, very similar to Ryu. Well, the exact thing, but just a different color, even though in the games it's actually blue like Ryu's. But I still think it's pretty cool that they gave like a different color anyway. Also got the sculpted hands in there too, similar to Ryu. And also, just like with Ryu, he has two of the Hadouken hands for it. Of course, just like with every other Street Fighter figure we got in this line so far, he comes with an alternative head, and it's a angry, teeth gritted type of face, so it looks really nice. I like it a lot, and swapping out these heads is really easy. So you just take that off and put this one back in, and boom. And he comes with this little diorama stage, which looks really nice. So if you want him displayed in the background with this, you can. The sculpt and the detail on this guy is, well, he's pretty much the same as Ryu. There are some slight differences with the painting though. I do notice he has a lot more shading compared to Ryu. Like there's some around his chest area, some a little bit around the arms. It's not like super consistent, but it's definitely there. And just like with Ryu, his gi is also removable. So yeah, I'm not gonna take it off. You guys know what it looks like without the gi, so I'm not gonna bother. But it can come off too, just in case you want to have him shirtless. But aside from that, there's not really much else to go over. I do like the face. They definitely captured like the classic look, of course, just like with all the other figures so far. I do have like this one paint error right here on his thigh. I'm pretty sure the camera's picking it up, but you can see like there's like a black spot right here, and there's also another one right here too, but it's not as noticeable like it is right here. So yeah, a little bit of a QC issue with the painting on my copy, but other than that, for the most part, it looks really good. The face also looks really nice too. I feel like it definitely captures Ken's personality, and I do like the long, well, like the blonde hair. I can't help but to think of He-Man every time I look at this for some reason. It's like it just looks like him, just with a gi. But other than that, they did a great job. Nothing too different from Ryu, and honestly that's not a bad thing. I mean, they both have similar body builds and similar fighting styles and similar attacks, so of course they're gonna give them like a similar body mode, a similar, you know, body type when it comes down to the figure as well. So I mean, why fix something that is not broken? Right? So Other than that, the sculpting overall is really solid. For scaling and size comparisons, here he is standing next to the best action Aang from Avatar, The Last Airbender, and also the NECA Unarmored Last Ronin. Random ones are just picked out of my shelves, such as the SHF Gabimaru the Hollow from Hell's Paradise, the 4-inch nail Mega Man, and hopefully I get the Jada Toys version of this, and I have a review of that soon. I can't say when, but hopefully soon. And also the Marvel Legends Armored Spider-Man. And here he is standing next to all of the other Jada Toys Street Fighter figures that has been released as of time of this recording. If you have Ryu, you pretty much already know what to expect from Ken here in terms of articulation. But I'll go over it real quick. So we say it can go up and down, can do his 360, got a butterfly joint right here. Mine's is a bit stiffer, but it can move, and while the arms can do a 360, and also we got like a bicep swivel, can also do a 360. We got double jointed arms right there, they could been pretty good. We got an ab crunch, but because of the gi is in the way, you're not going to get much unless you remove it. Then you get more posability, and also can do a full 360 as well. Around the legs, it can split up that far, go back and forth, 360. Legs can bend, got like an ankle rocker. So you pretty much get the point. It's literally the same figure, but except it's painted, different head sculpt, all that, and it's still great. Still the same figure, but it's still great. So that's pretty much my review on this in a nutshell. My overall thoughts on this figure is it's a really well done figure, even though it's literally just Ryu with a different head sculpt and all that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I don't hate the fact that they did do that, because like I already said earlier in the review, they have like very similar body build, they have very similar skills and all that, so it just makes sense for them to use the same articulation and etc. Right? So it's not a bad figure. I really love the sculpt. The articulation is good as always. I don't want none of you thinking I'm being lazy or I'm just not feeling the figure, because I feeling it a lot. I just kind of already know what to expect, and that's not always a bad thing when it comes down to, you know, buying an action figure. I just don't want this review to come off as like being redundant and stuff. Like all the stuff that I explained with the articulation, you can pretty much get from my Ryu review for the most part. So I feel like there was no need for me to get into that much detail of what we have already gotten, if that makes sense. But overall, this is still a solid release. I'm definitely looking forward to getting M. Bison and also Dasim and also Cammy. Hopefully I'll be able to get those soon, or once they get released, or if I happen to get them early from somewhere, I'll probably drop them, but the chances of that is like 0 to 5, so I'm not gonna even bother making that promise. But it's a really good figure, man. If you like Ryu, or if you like the Ryu figure, you definitely will like this, because it's pretty much the same. So yeah, overall I give this figure about maybe a 8.6 out of 10, maybe a 9, maybe like 8.9. And AZN here. This concludes my review on the Jada Toys Ken from the Street Fighter series. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I hope you all have a great and safe day, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.